Hello, everybody. My name is Kyllie Sasaki. I'm a third year hospitality major here at UNLV, and my current topic that I will be presenting today is William Hill Sportsbook, which is under the concept of sports bettings. So, let's do a little background information on what William Hill Sportsbook is. William Hill Sportsbook is a gambling company that specializes in sports bettings, which was founded back in 1934 in the United Kingdom by a man named William Hill. Now, 1934 may sound like a long time ago, which it was. What, what was interesting about it is that when he did start this business back in 1934, gambling wasn't even legal in the UK. The UK legalized gambling around 1960, but that still didn't stop William Hill from building a company based on trust, innovation, and helping to create one of the first organized betting systems that customers actually trusted. So, over the decades, this company has become one of the biggest names in the betting world. In the UK, you can find William Hill shops on streets, in buildings, hotels, where you name it. They became a common sight where people could walk in and place a bet on a football game, on horse racing, basketball, soccer, or any other sports that exist. And today, it's in the United States. This brand isn't widely as known because it is mainstream in the state of Nevada, where gambling is heavily encouraged, is heavily known. But outside of the United States, it's widely known. When people think of sports betting in Las Vegas, William Hill is basically one of the few names that do come to mind. It is in there in the state of Nevada, but outside the state of Nevada, it's not as known. So currently, Virgin Hotels is the operator for William Hill Sportsbook. Back in 2023, that's when they took over. So this partnership does give them a brand that has a modern, stylish setting while still maintaining that traditional atmosphere that the company is known for back in the UK. So in summary of our introduction, William Hill is a international player in sports betting with its deep roots in history, a reputation for reliability, and a growing presence in the United States market. All right. We will be moving on to the operations and innovations on what William Hill has to offer. So, William Hill offers sports betting on a wide range of events. Customers can place bets on professional and college sports such as football, basketball, baseball, and internationally they can do horse racing, they can do soccer, tennis, rugby, etc. This has always been a huge part of the company's history. They also do cover international events, different international events like boxing, and you name it. So, what really helps keep William Hill stay relevant during this time is how they embrace the technology. This company realized early on that the future of sports betting wasn't just in physical casinos or betting shops, it was more digital, online, and on your phone or your computer. They made a big push to push that onto mobile and online betting platforms. So today, users can download the William Hill Sports app, and place bets instantly from any sports that is legal. This allows players to view live odds, manage their balance, and even cash out their bets early. This feature allows them to make their experience more flexible and interactive for those that are wanting to place bets. Another key innovation is live betting. It's also known as in-game wagering. This allows people to place bets while a game is also happening at the same exact time. For example, you might be watching a football game and you might think that a team might score on this next play. You can place a bet in real time that they're going to score on that next play. With their live betting feature, you can just place that bet right away without even worrying about what's happening before the game. This has changed how people interact and engage with sports by turning a simple viewing experience into something much more exciting and dynamic. Inside casinos, William Hill does use digital kiosks as well. These are touchscreen machines that allow players to browse games, check odds, and place live bets without even having to wait in line. It's a more modern and friendly user approach that appeals to tech savvy customers. The company also puts effort into responsible gaming practices because gambling can be addictive, and it will be addictive and it's very dangerous. William Hill includes tools and resources that let players set deposit limits, take breaks, or even self exclude themselves if they feel like they need to stop. This does focus on responsible gaming, but isn't just about following regulations, it's about protecting your customers, their safety, and maintaining the integrity of the brand as well. So, overall, through online expansion, live betting, and responsible gaming efforts, William Hill has shown that it's not just resting on its legacy, it's constantly adapting to stay relevant during this fast changing industry on technology. Now, with some goods does come some bads. So some challenges and competitions that they do face, such as major brands such as DraftKings, FanDuel, and MGM. They have exploded in popularity, especially since sports betting has become more legal in the United States with more ways to bet. These companies are backed by strong marketing budgets, sponsor deals with major sports leagues, and celebrity endorsements. This encourages more consumers to go to their brand. To compare it to William Hill is a lot more traditional, which means they're not on the same level as BetMGM, meaning that they have to work harder to differentiate themselves, focusing on customer loyalty, experience, and reliability than flashy promotions. Another major challenge that they do have is regulation. Sports betting is one of the most heavily regulated industries in the world. Every country and almost every US state has its own rules. That means William Hill has to constantly navigate through license requirements, tax differences, compliance standards, international laws, etc. Keeping up with these regulations does require a lot of resources, and these require a lot of budgets, legal teams, and audits, and constantly monitoring to make sure everybody stays on the same page. Then there's the technology and trust. As betting becomes more digital, customers expect apps that are fast, secure, and easy to use. At the same time, there are more concerns about data privacy, invasion, and fraud, and fair play. William Hill has to balance all of that, innovate technology while also ensuring that users feel their money and personal information are safe. And even though they try to be perfect, there's still some flaws. They did have to recover from scandals and fines in the past. There have been cases where they were fined for not following anti-money laundering rules or for improper practices related to sports betting fairness. For example, people were putting bets after the game, which led to unfair betting. These situations have damaged their reputation temporarily, but the company responded by tightening its procedures and improving transparency. It's a reminder of how delicate the balance can be fast between growth and ethical responsibility. Finally, the challenges of adapting to new markets. In the UK, William Hill is a household name, but in the US, it's still growing, it's still new. The acquisition by Caesars Entertainment in 2021 gave the company a big boost in visibility and resources. Now, William Hill is closely with Caesars to expand into new states as sports betting becomes legalized across the country. So, in short, William Hill does have its strong competitors, complex regulations, and the pressures of modern technology, but it's meeting those challenges head on through partnerships, innovations, and a renewed focus on customer trust. To wrap everything up about Williams Hill, it's basically such a remarkable story of how they managed to become such a big brand in today's world, especially a stretch over 90 years. From its humble beginnings in 1934 by the founder himself, William Hill, the company has grown into one of the most established names in sports betting worldwide. It has evolved from the days of in person betting shops to a modern technology driven operation that emphasizes mobile access, live betting, and responsible gaming. Even though it does face competition from newer brands such as DraftKings and FanDuel, who will have bigger marketing strategies, William Hill does continue to hold that strong position, particularly in the state of Nevada and I believe the state of New Jersey as well, to make sure the company stands out in its combination of tradition and innovation. It's a brand that does respect its history, but isn't afraid to adapt and modernize to today's technology as we advance faster than we think. To be able to use that digital technology to reach these generations has made them successful in the first place. As the sports betting industry continues to expand and evolve, William Hill, its long standing reputation, combined with its new partnerships under Caesars and the Virgin Hotels, They will likely keep it in the game for many years to come, despite being a smaller market here in Las Vegas. Thank you for watching and listening, and that will include my presentation on William Hill Sportsbook. And here is the resources that I have used.